Visionary Council. Come on in and help yourself. The Help Yourself Experience is a fitness center for enhancing professional and personal life skills. Today's topic is 7 Moments That Define Excellent Leaders, Part 1. And later, stay tuned in for Part 2. This information should not take the place of talking with your doctor or a healthcare professional about how to manage and treat stress, anger, or anxiety. Today's workshop is based on the book 7 Moments That Define Excellent Leaders. The author, Lee Colan, PhD, is a leadership advisor, author, and an energizing speaker. His Cut Through the Clutter insights appear regularly in a wide range of print and online media. Lee Colan delivers practical, powerful tools leaders can put to work right away. Let's see what Lee has to say. Here's our objectives. In the book 7 Moments, there is a moment to commit, a moment to plan, a moment to act, a moment to connect, a moment to invest, a moment to change, and a moment to conquer. Today, in Part 1, we'll discuss moments 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in Part 2, we'll discuss moments 5, 6, and 7. In today's information-rich and time-poor world, we must build excellence in real time as we juggle competing demands, virtual teams, fluid priorities, and high-velocity change. Excellence is not created. When we have time for it, it's built moment by moment. The building blocks of excellence are moments, literally. Defining moments, that is. In some cases, a single encounter can change your life forever. Think of your own defining moments. Are they literally moments? We might be defined by a word of encouragement from a colleague, or just as likely, from a word of discouragement. We might also be defined by a moment of perfect intuition, or one where our best judgment was ultimately found faulty. We could also be defined by a moment when we decide to make our team's experience different than the ones we had in the past. Or the moment we experience a positive example and decide to model it for our own team. Or we may be defined by a moment a boss lets us know he or she believes in us, or even the moment of honest self-reflection that urges us to take action. It is important to be aware of our defining moments. They make us who we are. Additionally, we have the opportunity to create defining moments for our employees every day. In fact, the pathway to leadership excellence is paved with these moments. Positive defining moments we create for others. The moment we totally commit ourselves and begin giving 100%, a certain momentum develops. People naturally gravitate to those who are committed and start working in the same direction. Total commitment results in a certain magical boldness, a boldness that has genius and power. Our commitment to our teams can have the same transforming effect. Committed leadership inspires committed teams. Even with 100% commitment, leadership is not always a smooth flight. If we want to pilot our teams to excellence, we have to understand we can't just kick back in a comfy first-class seat. Now we have the responsibility not only for ourselves, but also for the safety and success of our teams. Our teams are depending on us to set a good course, keep them posted on our progress, and make smart decisions. Jumping into the pilot's seat brings many more responsibilities than privileges, but those who are defined by their 100% commitment to leadership excellence reap the rewards of flying high above the rest. Moment 1. A moment to commit. Here are 3 strategies to seize your moment to commit. Number 1, think excellence. Number 2, create a compelling cause. And number 3, Secure your foundation. Think excellence. Excellent leadership is defined by excellent thinking. Words and acts of excellence are preceded by thoughts of excellence. Our minds are magnets. What we focus on is what we get. Our thoughts and beliefs have that much power. Think about it. We receive what we believe. Like it or not, our thoughts and interpretations of people and events directly influence our beliefs and ultimately our leadership actions. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or cannot, you're right." In other words, what we think is what we get. Hannah Teeter understood this. She was an Olympic gold medalist in the half-pipe snowboarding event. When interviewed, Hannah was asked, "To what do you attribute your gold medal performance at the young age of 19? "My secret sauce," she said. "My secret sauce is my brothers, having great parents, and being able to stay positive about anything and everything that comes my way." Keeping a positive outlook is definitely key to success on a snowboard or in any competition. An attitude of excellence is the secret sauce for today's successful leader. Excellent leaders mentally reframe situations to help their teams view challenges in a positive light. They take a new picture. Facts are facts, but the view we take is our choice. At any moment during daily leadership, we can fall victim to our own thinking. Self-doubt and fear are the enemies of leadership excellence. Our commitments define us and our teams depend on us. The choice is ours. Think excellence. Always. Create a compelling cause. One of the most powerful human needs is the need for meaning or significance. We all want to contribute to something that's bigger than ourselves. The world of work offers great opportunities for people to connect with a purpose, a cause, and mix their own secret sauce. The reality is that people care less about working for a company and much more about working for a compelling cause. Without a compelling cause, our employees are just putting in time. Their minds are engaged, but their hearts are not. Explaining a compelling cause can not only create a defining moment for employees, but it can also ignite a commitment to excellence. Secure your foundation. Building a team, like building a house, requires starting from the ground up. Our foundation, like our values, affects our team the same way all the time. Eventually, we reach the moment to commitment when we lay our foundation. The home builder is committed to a certain floor plan, the way the house will flow once the foundation is set. The team builder is committed to how the team will flow and interact, their values. Cracks on our team's foundation can initially look like a simple finish out or framing problem. It's funny how we can find ourselves continually fixing the same finished out and framing problems, but we do not realize these are symptoms of only a deeper problem. If we find ourselves dealing with the same issues repeatedly, we are probably not going deep enough with our solution. Leadership commitment requires us to fight for and protect our team's values. Cracks in our foundations must be detected and addressed in real time. Moment 2, a moment to plan. Here are 2 actions we can all take to help define a moment to plan. Number 1, set a high definition vision. And number 2, optimize your sweet spot. Set a high definition vision. Since most employees have seen their share of visions from plenty of different leaders, our best opportunity to create a moment for them is to set a high definition vision. The challenge is that we tend to fall short of providing the level of clarity most employees want and need so they can see the impact of their work. Leadership research supports this tendency towards a very low definition vision. Setting a high definition vision is a pay me now or pay me later leadership proposition. If we log our firefighting tasks, we would likely find much of our time is spent on problems stemming from low definition vision. Our time invested in setting a high definition vision pays off in less time wasted fighting fires and clarifying the vision. A high definition vision answers the 4 questions being asked by our employees. Whether or not we hear them, they're asking 4 questions. A closer look at these 4 questions show employees are really asking us to explain. Number 1, what are we trying to achieve? In other words, what are the goals? Number 2, how are we going to achieve it? In other words, what are the plans? Number 3, how can I contribute? In other words, what is my role? And number 4, what's in it for me? In other words, what's my reward? The clarity of our answers to these questions is directly proportionate to the clarity of our vision. If we forget to answer any of these or just assume our team knows the answers, our visions will become a blur of disconnected megapixels. We will have a team going in different directions, or worse, not even wanting to venture a few steps into the forest. A high definition vision helps employees see where people are going and how they can help them get there. People naturally feel more accountable for their performance when they clearly understand they are part of something bigger than themselves. Optimize your sweet spot. Most type of sports equipment, a golf club, a tennis racket, a baseball bat, all have a certain spot that, if the ball hits it, will give the player the optimal results. Hitting this sweet spot yields a long drive down the fairway, a swift cross-court return, or home run swing. But what about the sport of leadership? Are we not professional athletes in our own right? Those in professional sports practice about 90+% of the time and actually play for keeps less than 10% of the time. As professional leaders, we are almost always playing for keeps. So it's particularly important that we take the time to plan and ensure that we are optimizing our sweet spot. Our ability to match sweet spots to job requirements is the best predictor of job success and, ultimately, of excellent performance. It all starts with a moment to plan for the use of the talent on our team. And let's not forget about ourselves in this matching process. Gaining insight into our own sweet spot as leaders help us better determine how to design roles and deploy the talent on our team. Ralph V. Gillies understood this process. Growing up, Gillies was typical of most boys who played with Hot Wheels and Formula One model cars. Today, Ralph V. Gillies is recognized as the innovator of the Chrysler 300 sedan, the Dodge Magnum Wagon 1, in addition to being responsible for the 2002 Jeep Liberty, the 2003 Dodge Viper SRT10, and several concept cars. If we constantly misidentify sweet spots, we will find ourselves and our teams stuck in a rut. If we correctly match employee sweet spots to the job requirements, we will all be living the sweet life. Take a moment to optimize the sweet spots on your team, including your own. It's a defining moment for most people when they can arrive at work on Monday morning and say how sweet it is. Moment 3, a moment to act. Our lives are a countdown. Time is our most precious resource. It's all we have. Whether prisoner or prince, world leader or struggling citizen, we each have the same amount of time to excel. Once we lose it, we never get it back. As a result, life rewards those who seize their time and take action. Sometimes our actions get lost in our intentions. Have you ever heard someone say, I intended to tell her how important she is to our team before she left? Or, I intended to volunteer last week. Or, I meant to vote in the past election. Or, I intended to keep my commitment, but. Well, the truth is, we judge ourselves by our intentions, but others judge us by our actions. Treasure every minute you have and define every moment you can. Here are 2 ways to seize a moment to act. Number 1, check your focus. And number 2, treasure your precious resources. Check your focus. The things we focus on create a magnet for our lives. If you focus on forgiveness, you will find the world forgiving. Focus on the comedy life offers, and your life will be full of laughs. Focus on opportunity, and the door seems to open. On the other hand, if you focus on the drama life offers, your life will be filled with drama. And nobody wants more drama than life already serves up on its own. The truth is that being lucky doesn't have much to do with luck at all. The most successful people create their own luck. They appear lucky because their focus and preparation have put them in the right place to make good things happen. The timing is never right unless you are prepared to seize the moment. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. British entrepreneur Richard Branson started his preparation by accumulating business savvy during high school when he started publishing a student magazine. In 1972, he built a recording studio and signed his first artist to his label, Virgin Records. Virgin's first album sold 5 million copies. In every endeavor, Branson has made his own luck with intense preparation and positive focus. If we look for excellence in all we do, well, then excellence will find us. Lucky leaders are skilled at creating, noticing, and acting upon chance opportunities. They do this in various ways. One powerful way is to remain open to new experiences. When people become aware of something, a problem, an opportunity to excel, or a defining moment, they tend to see more of that thing. Lee Colan calls this the yellow car phenomenon. When was the last time you saw a yellow car? You might see a yellow car once a day or so. Now, for the next week, check out how many times you see yellow cars. Since I have alerted you to yellow cars, you'll probably observe many more of them than you had previously noticed. Is it because so many more yellow cars just hit the streets? Of course not. You just focused your mind on yellow cars, and like a magnet, you will see more of them. It's the power of personal focus. Excellence works the same way. When we focus on excellence, we see more of it in our people, projects, products. It's all around us. Treasure your precious resources. We all remember the moment when we had to redirect employees' efforts back inside the boat to keep our teams focused. We can stay inside our boat by treasuring our precious resources. Our time, energy, and money are precious resources. If we spend them in one area, we can't spend them in another area. They're finite. One important way to demonstrate a team's focus is to say no to activities that do not support its high-definition vision. Treasuring our precious resources to help our team excel might not only create a defining moment for ourselves as leaders, but also for our teams. Excellent leaders prevent blind spots by taking a moment to ask and listen so they can help keep in tune with the realities of their employees. This is particularly important because the higher you are in an organization, the more filtered the information you receive. It's a natural and predictable phenomenon, but it's also a precarious position for any leader. Therefore, the higher your leadership position, the more listening you need to do. When we ask our employees what they think and listen to the answers, we are equipping ourselves with insight that enables future real-time decisions. The key word is future. We must collect employee and customer input on an ongoing basis to have enough data to make real-time decisions. The information we have received enables us to use our leadership intuition to quickly act and make real-time decisions. Moment 4. A moment to connect. How do we connect? Number 1. Act like geese. Outsiders are constantly looking for their secrets to success. The secret lies in the hearts of their employees. These companies create connected teams and as a result build dominant businesses by acting like geese. Like geese? Next fall, when you see geese headed south for the winter, flying along in V formation, you might consider what science has discovered about why they fly that way. As each bird flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the bird immediately following. By flying in V formation, the whole flock adds at least 71% greater flying range than if each bird flew alone. People who share a common direction and sense of community can get where they are going more quickly and easily because they are traveling on the thrust of one another. Nothing we achieve in this world is achieved alone. It is always achieved with others helping us along the way. If we use the sense of a goose, we will stand by each other like that. Geese are defined by how they stay connected with each other. Excellent leaders are defined the same way. Look beyond your employees. Although leaders widely recognize the need for employee appreciation, it tends to be a blind spot. We generally believe we are much more appreciative of our employees than our employees think we are. Research by the former chairman of Gallup, Donald Clifton, revealed work groups with at least a 3-to-1 ratio of positive to negative interaction were significantly more productive than those having less than a 3-to-1 ratio. In other words, more productive teams had at least 3 positive interactions for every 1 negative interaction. Look for moments to acknowledge your team's efforts and results. This is basic psychology. Reinforce those behaviors that you want to see more frequently. Catch them doing something right, and do it often. Demonstrating our appreciation for employees and their efforts can put them on the fast track to excellence. Now, let's review 7 moments. Here's our summary in a capsule. Today we've discussed 4 of the 7 moments. A moment to commit, a moment to plan, a moment to act, and a moment to connect. Stay tuned in for part 2, where we will discuss a moment to invest, a moment to change, and a moment to conquer. I've enjoyed being with you and hope to see you again. Thank you for watching the Help Yourself Experience. I'm Sharon Counsell. If you would like more information, I can be reached via email at the Help Yourself Experience, that's THEHY Experience @gmail.com, or call 919-218-8883. A long time ago, a wise person once said, "In all you're getting, get understanding." See you next time.